You are watching a Plus recap. This is the story of a bar where, if you go inside, you'll be shot upon coming out. But even if you stay outside, sorry, you're not safe there either. This means there's a well in front and a ditch behind. At the beginning of the story, we're shown a bar where a man named Sarju enters. Just as Sarju enters, a man comes out from outside. As soon as he leaves, someone shoots him, killing him. Seeing this, everyone around flees. No one knows where the bullet came from, and the place becomes completely deserted. There are many people inside, and they don't know what to do. At that very moment, a man named Senther tries to call the police, but his phone doesn't have network. A man from inside goes out to look for the dead man, but suddenly someone shoots him too. This scares everyone standing outside. Everyone is shocked. No one has network on their phones. Inside the bar, a girl named Alina says they should watch the news on TV. When they look at the news, there's no news about the accident. As soon as they look outside, they see the bodies of the two men being dragged away, and their blood is being cleaned up. They're at a loss as to what's happening. Shahar then says, "I think someone wants none of us to get out of here." Then Sarjian says, "Maybe one of us is a killer, or maybe one of us is a terrorist, carrying some dangerous explosives, and the police want to catch and kill him." Hearing this, a man named Nacho hides his bag with his foot, but Sergi sees him doing so. Nacho's bag is taken, and when it is opened, clothes and a hard disk are found. Nacho claims that there is nothing in it that could harm anyone. He says that he works for an advertising company and that the hard disk contains his work files, but no one believes him. Elena destroys his hard disk, but nothing is found inside. Nacho is deeply saddened by this. Then Nacho sees a briefcase sitting on the counter in front of him. He asks everyone whose briefcase it is. Then Sergio claims that it belongs to him. Before Sergio can pick it up, the owner of the briefcase, the umpire, takes it. Sergio tries to stop the umpire from opening the briefcase, but then a man named Israel opens it and takes it away. Some women's clothing is found inside the briefcase. Before anyone can understand anything, they hear a strange noise coming from the bathroom. When they try to open the bathroom door, they find a lock on the inside. They somehow manage to open the door and enter the bathroom to find a fat man lying there, unconscious. In fact, at the beginning of this story, this man had crawled into the bathroom and has been lying there unconscious ever since. The man has a large injection. Alina picks it up. Just then, they hear the sound of vehicles outside. As they approach the gate, they see several army officers arriving with their faces completely covered. The army officers pile up a large number of tires, burn them, and then leave. Although everyone thought they had come to help them, they were noticing that they had come to help. But they don't help them. Immediately afterward, news is shown on TV that a large part of the city has caught fire, and that area has been sealed off and no one can go in. The people trapped outside don't understand why the government is lying. Just then, the man who was unconscious in the bathroom suddenly appears in front of everyone. His entire body swells up terribly, and his eyes become terrifying and strange, and he falls down and dies. But before dying, he says, "Touch me." They pick up the dead man's phone and see that this man was an officer. There are more photos on his phone. People have taken a P-kit to protect themselves from any virus. Now, everyone outside understands that this entire area has been quarantined, meaning the man who just died here was infected. The infection has claimed his life, and it's possible that more people will be infected. Nacho is shown trying to get a signal on his phone by any means necessary. When he climbs onto a table and lifts his phone up, the network is restored. He tells everyone about it. Nacho is then told to quickly call any media person and tell them everything. But then the setter also climbs onto the table to talk on the phone, causing the table to break. Then a man named Address asks Nacho for the phone, but the Empire stops him and tells him not to touch it because it belonged to the infected man. "If you touch this phone, you too will become infected." Sergio and Address agree. Now this means that Nacho and anyone who touched this phone or that man will be infected. All of them are infected, and the perpetrators of this attack are 5 of them. The Address threatens them with his gun and tells them to take the man's dead body down to the basement storage. They are forced to comply, and all 5 of them take the body down to the basement. Now only 3 people are left upstairs. After a while, a woman named Training begins to suffocate. Training tells everyone to open the basement door, but no one listens. As soon as Trainee goes to open the door, some bottles kept there fall over and their liquid starts flowing to one side. Then they notice a drainage system nearby. This means they can get out through the water channel. Then Israel opens the lid and they go inside the drainage system. He decides to get out of here through the drainage system, so he applies oil all over his body and tries to go down the drainage system. But the drainage system isn't very strong, so he can't go down. Suddenly, they all hear gunshots. They panic. They then see smoke in the bar upstairs. They realize someone killed the 3 people upstairs and set the entire bar on fire. Meanwhile, Israel, on the other hand, is still badly trapped in the drainage system. They first get Israel out of the drainage system. After a few hours, the fire is completely extinguished, and they decide to go upstairs to the bar. Upon reaching the bar, they find a gun there, which he quietly picks up. Then, they see that some people are completely sealing off the place from outside. They are silently observing everything because if anyone gets a hint that 5 people are still alive inside, they will all be killed. Then, a mobile phone starts ringing. It belongs to the same obese man who died of an infection just a short while ago. Alina picks up his phone and begins reading his WhatsApp chats. A man asks the obese man, "Is my health improving after taking the vaccine?" The man replies, "No, my health is very bad, and I'm hiding in an outside washroom. Don't try to come near me." Now, Alina reads his old chats in which the dead man writes, "I still have 4 more doses left." People assume that the injection he has is the vaccine for the virus. Everyone is delighted that this vaccine can reduce the virus, but still, in their minds, they are worried. A doubt arises as to how this man died if he had taken the vaccine. His phone suddenly starts ringing, but before they can pick it up, the phone switches off due to low battery. They try to charge the phone somehow, while Alina says that the man had said in their chats that he had 4 vaccines left, so why don't we go and look for 4? Then they all go down to the storeroom to find his corpse. But they don't find any. Then they go to the washroom where Israel is already sitting with the vaccine. Israel asks someone to sacrifice themselves because they are all punches and there are only 4 vaccines. Israel takes out an injection and injects himself first. Nacho points his gun at him, but Israel still injects the vaccine into his body, after which a scuffle breaks out between Nacho and Israel. Israel overpowers Nacho and snatches his ass. During the scuffle, the vaccine touches Israel's hand and falls down into the basement. Nacho, who is training, picks it up, but it accidentally slips from her hand and falls into the drain. The poor people are now wondering how to retrieve the vaccine from the drain. Elena is the thinnest of them all, so they ask her if she can go inside and get the vaccines. At first, Elena refuses, but then agrees. Afterward, Elena's body is oiled and she is forced down a small hole. After a lot of effort, she falls down into the drain. Elena finds the vaccine and emerges from the water. Nacho then asks them to tie the vaccine to a wire and send it up, but Elena flatly refuses because she knows there are 3 people upstairs and only 3 vaccines are left. Elena tells everyone that if they want vaccines, they'll have to come down. While they enlarge the drainage hole, Elena begins searching for a way out. After a short distance, she sees light at a spot. She first hides the injections in a pit there. She then goes upstairs from the CDO and sees a large police force burning the bodies of her 3 companions killed in the bar. The scene begins from here, and we see that the remaining 4 people who were in the storeroom upstairs have somehow managed to get down. A fierce battle ensues once again between Israel and Nacho, and this time Nacho snatches his gun and shoots him right there. Now, Nacho has the power, so everyone runs away from him. Then, Nacho Senther take your gun to the point he tells Elena to give him the vaccine. Nacho says that he has 3 vaccines and that if he dies, all 3 of us can survive. Then Elena leads them all outside to where she had hidden the vaccine. Slowly, they move forward. Nacho and Elena lead, while Satter and Trini follow. Suddenly, Trainee tries to kill himself by drowning Stu in water, so that all the trouble ends. But Nacho stops Trainee from doing so, But Trainee tells Nacho to kill him so that they can distribute the vaccines and save their lives. Nacho points a gun at Trainee, but he doesn't fire. After which Trainee takes Nacho's order and goes a little distance away and kills himself. Now, only 3 people are left and they only have 3 injections, so everyone takes 1 injection. But before they can inject themselves, but Israel goes to find the still alive man and kills him. Israel becomes enraged and goes after Nacho and Alina. Just then, Nacho and Alina see stairs in front of them. They both move towards the CDO, but the injection Alina is holding falls from her hand. Now, because Israel is also climbing the CDO with them, they can't go down. Nacho quickly gives his injection to Alina. Then, Israel falls to Nacho's feet and pulls her down, causing them both to fall to their deaths. Alina injects the remaining vaccine into her body, opens the drainage lid, and climbs out. As she emerges, she sees a lot of people, and the government has completely sealed off the area ahead. Then, a woman puts her jacket on her body. Alina loses consciousness. No, and she quietly joins the crowd. Finally, in this story, we learn that the fat man who was lying in the outside washroom was an army officer. Perhaps the army was developing some kind of biological weapon to attack enemy countries with. During this time, one of their own officers became infected. Although they had a vaccine for this infection, this officer was sick, so the vaccine didn't work on him. When the army learned that their officer was inside, they sealed off the entire area so that no one could escape and they could eliminate the virus at the same place. Even if they had to kill some innocent people, they couldn't put the entire country at risk for the sake of a few people. Therefore, they were forced to take this step.